Hey, welcome to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for my Libra people. So if you're new to this channel, anything that you need to know about this channel, you can find in the description box below. My social media tags, website link, Patreon link, all that jazz down in the description box, as well as the rules or the giveaways of the week. This week, I have a giveaway. If you write the word healer in your comment bar and you like the video and you subscribe to the channel, you can win a free psychic reading. Once a week, I again pull from the list of people that have done it, and then I call them out on a video. If you don't listen to my videos every day, that's okay, because you can go back to your comment and you can actually see whether I wrote winner underneath. And I only say that because sometimes YouTube doesn't notify, it doesn't notify me anyway, sometimes of my comments that people actually leave me. So I have to go back and look, or sometimes I miss it. So, it happens. We delete things. So just go back to your comment and see whether I wrote healer, whether I wrote winner underneath your word healer. And if I did, just reach out to me at pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com. Again, that's pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com. So we can set up a time to do your live stream. Again, free psychic reading. All right, just wanted to put that out there. Now, know that energy is fluid, roles can be reversed. You may have to flip it, switch it, twist it, interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Take what you need, leave the rest, never force anything. All right, I could be talking about something that did happen, is happening in the present moment, or is about to happen in your future, or I should say going to happen in the future. Not right now, because right now would be present moment. So understand energy. There is no time in spirit. So energy is fluid, so it's really difficult to say. But know this: if I'm bringing up something that has already transpired, don't just disregard it. Look at it, see how it's influencing your situation now, and look and see how it would affect your situation in the future, because a lot of times that's why that happens. Also know the more dominant of the energy is what's going to come through, such as if you're connected to someone that's really obsessively thinking about you, or you're obsessively thinking about someone, that's the energy that's going to show up here. Even if you're like, I don't like that person, that's not my reading. It's, again, doesn't matter. You could be in a very happy place, working every day, just happy, living your life, and there's nothing really happening, but you're attached to somebody, or someone, I should say, is attached to you, that is obsessively thinking about you. And this could be a non-romantic relationship, just somebody that maybe someone's spiteful, they're really like angry, or again, it could be someone that you're dating, or someone that likes you. It's anybody that's, again, putting out a lot of energy, and that energy would be thought and emotion. So someone that's focusing on you, obsessively thinking about you, having emotions, that's going to dictate the reading. Always keep that in mind. Now, I always like to look at the spiritual energies first, Libra, because that is going to determine what's actually the driving force of, your situation, why your situation is unfolding the way that it is. And we'll be able to look at that to see what we could do actually to heal a situation that may be imbalanced, right? It's all about healing. Okay, the genius. The genius is the spirit part of self, the God part of self. Is the creative genius. It's intuitive insight. It is, again, a spiritual energy, because genius doesn't necessarily mean someone that goes to school and gets good grades and is smart. It's more of a divine genius that is, again, the creative part of ourselves. And yes, creative thinking is part of it, but it's also like through your passions, your hobbies, through your sensitivity, through these other aspects of yourself that probably you don't even put that much emphasis on and focus on. But the truth of the matter is, if you are in this energy, like, you can create a whole life for yourself. You can transform your life, because it's all about, if you're trying to change your life, how do you change your life? You don't go out and meet people and try and do, I mean, that might be part of it, but that shouldn't be the driving force, because healing is an internal thing. So when I say you can change your whole life with this energy, well, the creative genius is all about creating yourself through, again, what inspires you. The creative genius within inside you is what you channel out and you contribute to the world, with whether that's some sort of art, whether that's your compassion, whether that's healing, whether that's love, whether it's, again, whatever it is that you do for a living, how you contribute to humanity. So it's, again, the genius is the spirit part of self. It's the spirit type of energy. It's, again, when you're co-creating with God and you're in that realm of just creating and you're not thinking about anything except for what you're doing, and that you're in the present moment doing what you love to do, losing yourself in that art. That's the genius part of self that makes that happen. It's, again, detachment. So detachment is, again, when we might, in this context, like, I'm feeling like you're detached from something because you're, again, creating, you're in this energy. But detachment can a lot of times mean that a person is detached from what they're feeling. So if you're dealing with somebody that's difficult, or you're dealing with a situation that is difficult, the best way to deal with it is really detachment, meaning non-emotional, because if we're nervous about something, fearful about something, then that's going to be the driving force of the situation. So I feel like you're detached from whatever situation is going on because, again, you're creating. And that could be, again, because you're dealing with something, or even if you're not dealing with anything, that is just what happens when you're creating. You're in the moment, you're in the present moment, you're not focused. Again, detachment is, I may know what happened, but I don't have a feeling about it one way or the other. Some detachment, when we're talking about deep-seated trauma, it's, I'm detached and I don't remember parts of the story of what happened, of that traumatic event. But the traumatic event created detachment. And if I were dealing with a person that's detached in this situation, it's a person that has intimacy issues, that has trust issues. So they may find it easier to be by themselves and in this creative process. But I'm not feeling like it's a negative thing, but you could be dealing with someone that is detached, which is why you're also putting a lot of energy into creating yourself. And again, where you're kind of just co-creating. Again, cruel. Yeah, so when I pull my cards, if they show up upside down, it doesn't matter because they're shadow cards. So like, it's whether it's upside down or right side up, it's the same thing. So cruel. So this tells me too that you are creating, there's a sense of detachment from a person that wasn't nice, that you were dealing with a person that acted, again, cruel. So it's not uncommon when we're, again, are in relationships that we're in a power struggle, right? That somebody would be cruel. I also feel like you're part of your healing of, again, the rejected parts of yourself. When we're cruel to ourselves, are only healed when we're in this genius part of ourselves, when we're creating, because again, we're going to be brought to new situations and experiences that make us look at ourselves differently, make us act differently. Because now it's not, we're focused on what we're trying to create. We're focused on something that's outside of us, something that, yes, we're protective of, but we're dealing with people through the fact that it's like-minded people that have the same sort of agenda, and where it's not a personal relationship. The personal relationship is where the intimacy problems come from, because it's, again, if a person is detached, but then you see that they're able to have good relationships with other people, it's just in their intimate relationships where trust is because someone, again, was cruel. Now, I don't know whether this is you, Libra, or again, a person that you're attached to, but I kind of felt like you're attached to somebody that is detached. Can you be detached? Yes, everybody has the power to be detached, but some people have lived that way as a way to deal with their trauma, as a protective mechanism. And so I feel like that would be very difficult to be in a relationship with somebody that's like that, because it would bring back a lot of karmic things, like if you had a parent that wasn't nice to you, that was detached, where you knew that they loved you, but they had a very hard time expressing it. It would bring up memories like that. So again, we can't heal by saying, you must be nice to me. We can't do that. Unfortunately, the person is not going to care. We have to invest in ourselves. And part of investing in ourselves is losing ourselves, is, again, tapping into the genius part of ourselves. That genius part of ourselves, again, is the God part of self. And that is the unconditional love that we have inside of us. Everybody has that. What happens is that we go through experiences where we shut our heart down. And then we have a hard time giving and receiving of love. So in order to heal that, we have to actually create. We actually have to tap into that spirit part of ourselves, where the intuition is, where the imagination is, where the creativity is, all the spiritual parts of ourselves. Not really the logic of mind, because a lot of logic of mind, remember, is a subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is the ego part of mind. And that is, again, why there is detachment, because the ego is all about survival. It's all about saying, I don't really want to look at those things that I've rejected in myself, that I, don't really like in myself. But the truth of the matter is that you need to do that in order to get a healthy relationship, or in order to have financial stability. The core spiritual thing that needs to be healed for you is to heal this, because what I could see is, well, relationship's going to be bumpy if we haven't established this, because the only way we find unconditional love within ourselves is through that. Otherwise, the shadow tends to take over, and the shadow part of ourselves is the parts of ourselves that we've kind of rejected, that we don't like, and this is where detachment comes into play. So then you want to know why I tend to, attract men that are detached, or women that are detached. I know that they care, but they don't show it, or whenever there's an occasion or I need them to show up, they're not there. So again, there's a detachment issue. And that would be karmic, by the way, meaning you grew up in an environment that was similar. Okay, let's actually look a little bit about the storyline, all right? What happened? So the world, so everything had a good potential. There was a lot of good potential. There was a lot of happiness. The world is, in my opinion, is one of the best cards. It's like the world. The world is your oyster. The world is yours. So a lot of potential here. Like, all is well. The whole world is before you. The whole world is yours. Okay, King of Pentacles status. Yeah, the world was, again, was either yours again, or the person that you're connected to again, or the connection that you have together. We'll see. Status, but you know what, I believe that both you two, the world was pretty good on your own. I believe that you're attached to someone, Libra, that cares a lot about status, that cares a lot about what things look like, which again, this is an ego trait. So if we see somebody that is detached, we know that, again, they're detached because of other people in their environment, what has happened, what has transpired, their own trauma, and they're also letting their ego drive the force, where again, they're going to be judgmental in a lot of things. Again, so status would be important to them. How things look is important to them. And also the King of Pentacles is someone that makes things happen. They tend to be very grounded. They tend to be very, they make things happen normally. But it's, again, more of a physical element, meaning, again, you know, the King of Pentacles cares more about logically how things are going to look. They have fire, so they're able to make things happen, meaning they're grounding. They go out into the world. They can easily make money. They can create any situation or experience that they want to create. But they're strategic. They're not emotional. Remember that. Which is common for people that have detachment, just so that you know. Okay. And now it's like Three of Swords, the painful truth. So again, I believe that you're dealing with somebody that has a very big ego and is detached, even though they have all the you know, the ingredients here to have a perfect, like a perfect union between you, Libra, and your person, but they care a lot about status. So I don't know whether they were attached to someone else. I don't know whether or not, again, like they don't want to look like a bad person if they're on their way out of a divorce. I don't know, again, why, but I also feel like that a lot of what's influencing your relationship with this person, whether they're in your life or not in your life, they're not in your life, but they're still connected to you because, again, they're showing up in your reading, though, that it's like they were not, that this person has gone through a lot of bad relationships. Now, the irony is they've gone through a lot of bad relationships. So they're again very logical, and they're basing their relationship with you on past, but they haven't really given you like enough time. And the real painful truth here is that this person projects a lot. They're so worried that it's not going to work out, but they don't really put the time in. They're not really doing anything to make this relationship any better. Because again, there's because when the you know, King of Pentacles shows up, they're someone that makes things happen. They're someone that makes things happen. The painful truth is, I believe that this person comes in, but they're not 100% honest with you. I believe that they come in and they promise everything. Like they promise the world, it has all this potential, it's great, it's everything. And this person has a lot to give. You see that they have a lot to give. They promise that they're coming in, because the King of Pentacles is all about creating. But the painful truth is that they're hiding something from you, and they're not 100% being honest. And they're able to do this because they're detached. Detachment means they haven't established enough of an emotional bond with you. So, which is the problem, because person wouldn't be able to come in and promise and then just disappear. Okay, and then King of Cups reversed, because that's how it fell out. So it's, again, yeah, this person promised a lot, but it's, again, really couldn't. Why is that? Why is that, Spirit? Why did this person come in and promise to Libra that they were going to give the world, acted like it, but then didn't. What is the painful truth? What is the painful truth? Can you tell us what the painful truth is? Tell us what the painful truth is. What is the painful truth? Again, the Emperor, which is, again, upside down. So this person wants everything their way. So it comes out to be that this person wants everything that their way. I feel like they didn't want to give up their freedom. I feel like, again, they're basing a lot of your relationship with them on what has transpired in past relationships. I feel like, again, like there's a sense of moving on, but it's reversed. So I feel like they're still stuck in the past. There's still something that they're holding on to. Your person is keeping themselves stagnant. I don't see love here. Everything that's showing up in love is upside down. So it's almost like and a lot of promises and no deliver. A lot of like, I almost feel like now, again, this is going to be for selected few, almost like your person is connected to someone else that they have to give to, but they don't want to be with that person. So they're detached in that relationship and they feel that that person is really cruel in controlling them. So they do not care who they get into a relationship with, that it's all about them. It's all about them. They come in promising everything. It's, again, they have the resources to do so, but the painful truth is that they don't intend to really do anything because they want everything easy. They want everything their way. And I think it's, again, it's their way or the highway. And I feel like they know how their attitude is. So they kind of know that eventually people leave. That's what that tells me. It's almost like I don't want to put in enough effort or energy to do that because of all my past relationships. Like, I don't trust me. I don't trust you. And not because you did anything. That's this energy here. And that's why, again, the cruelness is again, that this person is not happy, because they're not happy due to past trauma. They're again, almost treat people as things. Like, it's okay if I come in and tell you how much I love you and tell you how much I want to be in a relationship with you, take you out to dinner, act like I have it, because, again, you can clearly see I have the resources to do this. I'm going to take you, wine and dine you, but I never really have the intention of making it go anywhere. So it's, again, so the person that they're with is giving so much because they're thinking that they're building a life with this person. This person's like a shady character, and what I see is the Ace of Swords, and it's upside down. So there is not even like communication. And I feel like this person's a bit of a coward. I'm sorry, Libra. It's almost like this person, I don't like to say that about like people or character, but it's like this person knows what they're doing. And so it's like, instead of them just coming clean and having a conversation with you, I feel like they're avoiding you. Almost like maybe you won't be that mad later on, or maybe you'll forget, or it's, again, just prolonging it. It's, again, yeah, like Queen of Cups transformation, where I feel like you're transforming, that this situation that you see that this person is just like kind of like stagnant. They're not really doing anything. They're detached. And I don't really even, I want to just ask, is there somebody else in the picture? Because it's like I said, I feel like if someone has a hold on them, it's not this love affair. That's not the issue. It's like someone's unhappy because someone has control over their life. So they're like living detached from themselves. And so when a person has detachment issues, they have intimacy issues. So when they meet a person, they're like, they feel like they fell in love. There's a lust energy. There's again, and it's hard to tell the difference between love and lust. But if the person doesn't know you that well and they're only surface because their agenda is just to come in and have fun, which is kind of the energy that I have with the King of Pentacles, how they came in promising, but the truth is they didn't give anything. They didn't really want to give anything. So it's almost like this person knew kind of the whole time. I don't like this energy, but it happens. And so the transformation, I believe, is that you're transforming. I also believe that this person is going to realize that they can't stay in this energy forever. That it's again, like it's always bad. Like nine of wands reversed, no stability. And that's what I felt. It's like they're not going to be able to stay in this energy because they're not happy with that person that they're attached to, or it's again, or whatever they're attached to, because it's like when I'm like, what is it? Is it love? And like, no love comes out. What comes out is their stability, meaning they're attached to someone that might be paying the bills, that might be holding on to the money on some level. So they're not leaving. So it's like they are not happy in their situation, but because emotionally they don't get anything. So they again go out and they did have a connection with you, Libra. It's not like they didn't, but they didn't. They can't change. They can't really offer anything because they're attached to somebody else. And the issue that I have with that is that they know this. They know this. What are they planning? Are they ever gonna leave? Like, I feel like they just know that they could never give anything. So again, they saw you moving on, but are they ever gonna move on from that situation? And even if they did, I'm gonna tell you, Libra, it's like the way that they're handling themselves shows that they don't have very good character and that they're not strong. And that's something to look out for, regardless of even if they come back, because it's like, look at it. Yeah, like it's like overload. It's like they feel like it would be too difficult for them to leave this situation. They feel like, oh my God, it would be such a headache. I'm miserable, but it's just easy for me to stay shysty, to promise and not deliver. And that's, it's too much. It's too much of an overload. When they think about it, they get stressed out. They don't see a way out. And yeah, like it's again, like it would be like this person, King of Swords, it's like, I kind of always feel like that is like, it means cooperation. But what I always look at that card as that person might do it if you help them a lot to do it. If you came in and did it, help them move out, meaning they're attached to somebody financially, but this also tells me a little bit emotionally too. And that could be they run a house together, they have this. So you would actually have to come in and again, do that right off the bat. And I don't know if that's what you want to do. And I think that they kind of know that you wouldn't want to do that because they haven't given anything. They haven't given anything. See, like again, like the tower. But you know, when it's upright, it's positive. This is again, there's going to be change in this relationship because the person that's attached to them knows that they do not really want to be there. There's no love here. There's no love. The person is overloaded either way because there's no love. And why I say that is because, hey, they're willing to go out and just hook up with random people and pretend to be in love. They had a connection with you, but it's again, it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting to actually have feelings for you, and I'm stuck in this situation and I don't really know how to get out. And when I think about it, I'm overloaded. So if you want to come in and do it all with me, which means, again, you're going to be looked at as you made this person leave, when really this person, which doesn't, I don't like that energy, because if that's the case, they didn't do it on their own. There's still emotional ties there, even if it's not healthy, even if it's codependent. And what we see is that this was codependent. They were attached to someone that was codependent, that was paying their way, that was holding on to the money. So understand, what was this person getting in return for their money? They were getting something, some sort of time, energy, focus, money, and no money, but again, time, energy, focus. But that was time, energy, focus that they weren't given to you. So this person isn't getting enough in return. So I believe that, like, there's going to be changes. I believe the changes are, this person's eventually going to see that. But I think in this content that you're like done, because you're like, I actually see you're not that person. You're not that person. And unless this person does a 360 and comes back and begs for forgiveness, this is kind of like what you're stuck, the vision that is, you promised a lot and you didn't really deliver. And really the only way to heal that type of situation is for you to do exactly this energy, okay? Like, because you can't heal any situation, especially if you're dealing with someone that was detached. And thankfully, when you are creating, you are detached. And I can see why, because this person was mean. This person's mean because they don't like their life. They feel someone isn't nice to them. So they're again doing that. But guess what? They're only going to be able to live that way for so long, because the changing is coming, and this is not positive because it was not upright. So it's, again, whether they like it or not. They think that they're being slick. They think that they're being slick. And I have a feeling that that person that is paying their way is going to leave, and you also are not going to stick around. I want to see what the hidden truths are. I want to see what the hidden truths are. Just being near you is intoxicating. So I believe that, again, this person, it does have a lot of passion for you. It's, again, possibly another reason why they are not around, because it's like they can't control themselves. So then remember, this person's detached. The way that they can go about navigate through their life is through being emotionally detached. So that this is probably why this person isn't giving you anything, because it's like, well, normally I could just like ignore it and be nasty, but it's like I can't, because I actually have feelings for you and I look like not the best person right now. My life is not as together as it seems. Well, obviously, that's, I mean, that was a whole like story. That your life isn't anything what it seems, that you pretended that you were by yourself, you pretended that you were so strong. You're not so strong. Somebody else is behind the scenes. Someone else has control over your life. Someone that isn't, again, that you don't feel is kind and loving, and that you, again, are passionate about. So you're trying to get passion through other things and promising a lot and then not delivering. And I believe that you formed an attachment to, I believe that Libra, that they formed an attachment to you, and now it's like, oh, now I'm embarrassed. Now I don't know what to say. What could I possibly say? I mean, I have these such strong feelings that it takes me away. And then on the same token, my life isn't put together. I'd have to change a lot. And I'm overloaded when I think about changing it. So it's like these outside influences. One more, please. I'm starting to understand our connection. So this person is, again, at least, even though that they're not happy, and they played a lot of games, at least they're looking at your relationship like it's a soul relationship. Because, again, this person's detached. Normally they don't have emotions. They actually have emotions for you. To the point that they're embarrassed of the way that they treated. So maybe you're just the catalyst for them to, like realize that they should want more for their life than to, again, regardless of how difficult it would be to leave. They're overloaded, or to get away from the person that they're attached to. As long as they're attached to that other person, they're never going to be able to move forward. And a lot of times the soulmate twin flame relationships feel like such unconditional love, and we have such a connection to them. It actually is the catalyst to make us rise up and be different. And hopefully that can happen for this person, because they're actually thinking about it, where before they were like, their old them would be like, I can stay cruel and be mean because someone's mean to me, so I'm just doing to you what is done to me. I justify what I do, which isn't right, but understand people do it. And then the karmic lesson, I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. See, that's what I just said. That's exactly what I just said, that again, they're controlled by someone, again, in their environment, possibly a past connection, but there's no love. So this person goes out, tries to find passion other places. They never had a connection before they have a connection with you. They're like, oh my God, I don't now, it's forcing me to change. It's forcing me to look at my life. So that's a big deal. Again, like regardless of whether you're gonna be with this person or not, Libra, again, this person is changing because of you, so they will always hold you dear and near in their heart, even if you're not in their life. Because whenever we make positive change in our life, that person, the person that again was a catalyst for that, we never forget. So again, it may not be the type of relationship that you wanted, but it's certainly one that was unconditional love, one that's, again, was a soul relationship. I'm just curious what they would want to say. You're my secret inspiration. What the fuck did I just say? Like, your smile lights up my world. I love laughing with you. Okay, so look, you're my secret inspiration. And that's what I was saying. I said, the catalyst for change. So right now, I don't see this as a love relationship, because I'm just gonna leave it here, because I mean, I don't want to go on forever. But what I do see it as this person is realizing that they don't like their life, and that in order for them to change their life, again, they have to make really significant changes. And though in the beginning of the story, they were like, I can't do that. It's very overloaded. I'm overloaded just thinking about it. Now they're actually like, no, I could possibly do this. I could possibly do this, because I have such a strong connection for this person. And again, you're the catalyst, and you're my secret inspiration. I don't tell anybody, but it's, again, the way that you live, the way that you are. And again, that's what soul relationships are all about. Now, Libra, if you resonated with that message, again, give me a like, comment the word healer, and subscribe to my channel, and you can win a psychic reading with me. And until next time, guys, be true to you. Always love yourself. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.